My poem is not the one that you all can relate to. It's not about how I saw abuse coming and then I had to take a stance to say no and I had to break the silence. My poem is about how at some point I embraced abuse as a mother embraces an infant. How I dined and whined with calls of abuse as if it were my brother. Yes, I had failed a module. I mean, it's all a part of academics. Who doesn't fail? They say that failing is a stepping stone to greatness. I wanted to do better. So as a concerned student that I was, I inquired of my lecturer. Something for something, nothing for nothing. I recall her words as if I wrote them in the palm of my hands. Fear gripped me because I knew what she meant. All I wanted was to do better. The first time I did it, just for marks, she told me that I wasn't good enough. The second, the third, the fourth, and the fifth, and the sixth, and the seventh, she told me I wasn't good enough. I wasn't good enough in bed. I wasn't good enough to do well in the module. I felt ashamed. I felt humiliated. What was I supposed to do? All I wanted was to do better. I had to do what she wanted. I had to take those pills for pleasure. I had to take different pills so that I could please her. I had to take different substances so that I could be high and not know what I would be doing, because already I wasn't ready. But all I wanted was to do better. I had to take drugs to prolong the pleasure. I had to take different types of substances so that I can have no longer control of myself, so that I could not see the face of a woman older than my mother, that I was warming her bed just for marks. All in the sense that I wanted to do better. As days passed, as months passed, I became a ghost from the campus. I became a ghost of myself. I became a ghost of my future. I deprived my life. I deprived my life. All I wanted was to do better. A concerned friend came through. You've been missing from school lately. Are you okay? I looked at him and asked him from the inside if he knew the trauma that I was going through, if he knew the sleepless nights that I had with the control of different drugs that were ringing in my head because I wanted to get rid of the emotions of a certain lecturer whom I was warming a bed for marks. All I wanted was to do better. He was concerned and pursued me till I saw him as a friend that he truly was. I opened up, and for the first time tears seeped down my cheeks, and I felt a sense of relief. I felt as whole again as the floods came from here to here. I felt a sense that I was letting it all out. He knew a friend who knew a friend whose friend was a peer educator. He left me in those warm hands. And I shared my story. I shared my story, how I became an addict of different substances, how emotionally I was thinking and thinking and thinking till I no longer was myself. All I wanted was to do better. They told me that I should embrace myself. They told me that I'm never alone. And I felt whole again. I became myself. I became confident once again. And I was guaranteed security because that lecturer was no longer on site. I felt happy for the first time after this incident. I felt whole again. Breaking the silence is breaking free from a cocoon, just like a butterfly. I became the man that I was before, free and happy. I loved myself once again. Let's break the silence. Sexual violence, emotional torture, emotional trauma is not a safe haven. Keeping quiet leads to more harm than good. Thank you.